the next interesting thing is the whole thing with medicine and health. Now, if you can find the cure for all disease, which we know we can find and we know we have found, then surely you'll put all the pharmaceutical companies out of business. So you've got to ask yourself the question, what benefits does a pharmaceutical company or the drug industry worldwide have? What benefits do they have in making us healthy? None whatsoever. In fact, their conspiracy is to keep us constantly sick and coming back for more drugs and more medication, because that's how they keep themselves alive. If they were going to give us medication that makes us healthy and cures all disease, that means they're going to go out of business and they will lose their control. Now, isn't that a wonderful conspiracy? Of course it is a wonderful conspiracy, but we know that along the way we have found herbs and medication and ways to heal ourselves and cure ourselves of all disease. One such example was in 1931, when Royal Raymond Rife, who was then hailed as the man who found the cure for all disease, was probably the most famous scientist and medical man in all of history. And then suddenly, in a short space of time, when they realized what his discovery was going to do to the world, they did to him exactly what they did to Nikola Tesla. They pulled all his funding, they confiscated all his information and his research, and poor Raymond Rife died a pauper in the 50s, trying desperately to recreate what he created prior to that. What he did, for example, and again, we don't quite know. All we know that he did everything that he performed, all his curing, he did with vibrational frequency. And in there lies a very interesting solution. Because if you ask any scientist today, all of the stuff and the matter in the universe is all about vibrational frequency. Everything comes down to vibrational frequency. So he stumbled upon the holy grail of cures by tapping into a vibrational frequency that can realign the DNA and realign the human cells and all the faults in your body by simply treating it with vibrational frequency. It actually makes so much simple sense that it boggles the mind. And what is interesting is the following, that this vibrational frequency that he found is described as a single frequency of white light combined with a sound vibrational frequency. Now, the more you research this, the more interesting it becomes, is because the single frequency white light is the same kind of white light that most likely emanated from the Ark of the Covenant in the Bible. The sound frequency thing, we now understand that the walls of Jericho were brought down by simply carrying the Ark of the Covenant around the walls, and it resonated with the walls and destroyed them, and eventually with a blast, with a shout and a blast from the trumpet, the walls came crumbling down. You can see very clearly how that was done by sound frequency, vibrational frequency resonance. Now there's no longer a mystery. Now, when you start applying this science and technology to the cures, what's interesting is that what is known as the white powder of gold, or monoatomic gold, becomes a very key element in this whole debate. And it also starts to answer why the Anunnaki were so obsessed with gold and where all the gold has been going to for all these years. That's another question you should ask yourself. In all the years, for 250,000 years that we've been mining gold on this planet, where is all the gold? Where has the gold disappeared to? It's certainly not in the vaults of Fort Knox. Just in 1 year period, from Germiston refinery alone, there would have been 130,000 tons, approximately 130,000 tons of gold shipped out of the Germiston refinery in one decade. Where is all that gold? In what vault is that gold lying? Because only about maximum 3% of that gold is utilized in the jewelry and technology industry worldwide. What happens to all the rest of the gold? So, it seems that the gold is still being taken off this planet. Where and how, we don't know. And by saying that, guess what? We're starting a wonderful new conspiracy theory again. So you see how easily one can get caught up in so-called conspiracy theories by simply speaking about asking questions and raising issues that have no real scientific answers, or are really well hidden or well covered by lies and deception.